And we are finally back after a very long hiatus with Grand Platypus Open number 66. It's been a month? Maybe over a month now? I'm not too sure, but we did go on a hiatus due to DreamHack, due to all the qualifiers, ANZ Champs qualifiers, and everything that was going on. But we have returned, and what a return, mate! We got more than 16 players. It's been a while since we've had that. We have all of our players here. We have a single win bracket, and we also have a pretty awful round 1 match. Feels bad, man. Here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE. We have the Blue Zerg representing or hailing from the land of Hong Kong. He is seamless. He is GogojOey, the best Zerg player in all of Hong Kong, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of, that is not the correct flag. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have, not from Hong Kong, the Australian Zerg player. He's red, representing the Cranky Ducklings. It is Oreo. Oh boy, I'm concerned. Definitely. So a lot of things have gone on. Exclamation mark Funada Starduck in the chat, because god damn it, Starduck did not wake up in time for this tournament. It would have been great to have both of our Ducklings here representing, but yes, Starduck, he was asleep, or he is asleep right now, I should say. And Oreo has a pretty rough round 1 match. I say pretty rough, it's an understatement. GogojOey, he is consistently the second best player in our tournaments. He is kind of the Kong of our tournament scene, if you will. Our Kong to Miyamaika, being, you know, the king in a way. And what I will say is that Oreo has beaten GogojOey in the past. You know, it's not impossible. He has done it. He has been working on his ZvZ. I do know that his ZvZ isn't the most important thing to work on right now. Oreo is practicing for ANZ Champs. ANZ Champs is going to be a league that is run every single Saturday for the Australian and New Zealand scene. And I mean, the caliber of Zerg aren't quite of the caliber of GogojOey and Miyamaika, you know, there in that event. You know, he has to focus on his ZVP and ZVT more, right? You know, when you have players like Probe and Seether to look out for. So we'll see what he has in store for us here. I have faith in my boy. So far, things are pretty standard from GogojOey. He did open up with a normal timing on his 3rd hatchery. We have a Baliness as well, so he's not cutting any corners whatsoever. Did go for a hatch gas pool opening. Meanwhile, Oreo is still on 2 bases, and recently it feels like this is just Oreo's go-to. He does stay on 2 bases a lot longer, and he does go for a big push. Ooh, the slowlings are going to get in, and the lair will be scouted. Oof. That's a little bit rough. At the same time, we have queens moving out here, supply blocking Oreo as well. I love that GogojOey did this. We do see this from time to time from players like GogojOey and Miyamaika. They're aggressive with their initial queens. They take out the forward overlord, supply blocking their opponents. And I'm really curious as to what the purpose of this lair is going to be. There's a lot of things you can do with lair, right? You can go into a spire, you can go into a nidus, and there it is. We have a spire. The problem is that, again, the lair was scouted, so GogojOey, he knows something is up. He knows that something is going to be coming his way, and he's going to be very adept at scouting. He hasn't checked and confirmed the gases yet. He does have overlords in position though, and yeah, we'll see if he gets caught off guard. This isn't the first time Oreo's gone for 2 base muta, so I'm sure it's on GogojOey's mind. As I quickly check the vision again. Okay, GogojOey, he didn't confirm what there was. He's checking the front door with a round of lings. Ooh, there's not enough energy for transfuse. Ugh, that queen, it's gone, mates. Feels bad, man. We had to shut the door. The queen cannot escape, but you could argue that, you know, it was kind of worth it. If you move the queen over, then the lings get in, and GogojOey gets a free scout off. Oreo, he's prioritizing the fact that this goes unscouted, and he's putting all of his eggs in the basket of these mutas. Oh my god, but the queen, it gets out of position. No, the lings, they get in. Ay, 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 the lings do slip in. The spire has been scouted. Now that doesn't mean it's over here for Oreo. Ooh, nice micro there, able to keep his workers alive. But this does mean that the mutas aren't going to end the game. Most likely, right? We expect GogojOey to be able to respond. He's making another wave of queens. He has a spore, where he should be throwing down some spores, I imagine. So these mutas, because they aren't a big surprise, you know, they can just go around the map, clear overlords. That's exactly what these mutas are going to do. If they weren't scouted, I'm sure these mutas would have just zoomed across the map as fast as possible. But, you know, they have to find some damage, and they are, right? You know, they could be able to clear up a bunch of overlords. GogojOey is aware of this, so he made an extra round of those overlords, and ooh, he's actually trying to sneak these roaches around and deny this third base. Unfortunately for Oreo, despite him having map control, he doesn't have too much vision over here, so this could catch him off guard. Mutas dive in, get a worker kill. Back off. Still plenty of queens here to defend and spores, so he's having trouble finding a way. He's having trouble finding a way in, but finds another overlord. And what I love is that, again, he's not overcommitting to these mutas. He made a wave of mutas, and that is it. He already has Glaber Constitution. He is working on +2 range as well. Like, he is looking to commit to a Roach Ravager heavy composition, and I love that, especially because he's forcing GogojOey to invest into Hydras, which isn't necessarily ideal. Like, going for like a strong Roach Ravager push against Roach Ravager Hydra, like Roach Ravager usually comes out on top. Like, Hydras, it takes a while for them to really scale up. I say that, but with this Hydra Den, GogojOey, if he wants to, he could go straight for a Lurker Den, and that will complicate things. Ooh, as the mutas, they do kind of get caught out by these queens. A couple of them do go down. Oh no. Meanwhile, here come the roaches. The roaches will be spotted by this overlord, but are there enough defensive roaches here? There are 4 or 5. Okay, another round. Oh god, the timing. The timing of these roaches was just on point here for Oreo. He is able to push away the roaches of GogojOey. GogojOey, he confirms the roaches of Oreo. He also clicks on them. He checks the upgrades. He knows that +1 is already done for Oreo. But here come the Hydras, and here come the Lurker Den. And the Lurker Den really does complicate things. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, cancels just in time. Ooh. Again, so far, Oreo, he's done a really good job at being able to defend his bases. Unfortunately, you know, he has to restart that 4th. But again, like, the Lurker Den is about to finish up, and when Lurkers come into play, like, it becomes really awkward to try and deal with them. We'll see how many Lurkers come in, and we'll see if Oreo has many Ravagers to deal with them. I love this. Here we go. Ravagers are on the way. I don't believe Oreo... I think he did see the Hydras earlier, so he should know that Lurkers are a possibility. Oh, meanwhile, Oreo, he's got a massive supply lead right now. The problem is his entire supply isn't here. Oh my god, he's going into a concave. The muta's coming to help and distract a little bit. The piles are not landing, and Oreo is getting pushed back. But again, he just has to wait for his reinforcements. He has so many more roaches here. And I love this because forcing the engagement means that GogojOey can't really make lurkers yet. I say yet, but any moment now he could. Lurker Den is done. And there we have it. Lurkers are being morphed in. 5 lurkers. Oh, god. I don't know about this one, mates. To be fair, okay, so lurkers are relatively stationary, so maybe Oreo can find damage somewhere else. We do see he rotates around. I love this. There's no overlords in position to scout this because the overlords were taken down earlier. Immediately, spines are going down. Can he snipe this space? Can he take out as many workers as possible? Ooh, nice biles. Oh my god, 1 overlord goes down, and now he sees the lurkers. Lurkers do borrow, and they are going to force Oreo back. He's still, regardless, you know, he kills 6 workers, and on top of this, you know, he's on 4 bases behind this. So Oreo is doing a decent job right now, but he needs to keep this up. I love this. We have an infestation pit on the way. I imagine the go-to tech for Oreo is going to be Vipers to blinding cloud those lurkers. Oh, the lurkers are repositioned. Decent biles, but there aren't that many biles or that many Ravagers to work with here, so Oreo is pushed back once again. And, ooh, okay, so Oreo, he's actually going to be going for his own lurkers, which this is something that I should do, that I don't. If you want to go up against lurkers, typically you need lurkers of your own. Makes sense. Ooh, only 1 lurker here. No, sorry, 2 lurkers here. Biles don't land. Nice reposition there by GogojOey. He does force Oreo back. At the same time, we have a roach run by here, and it will get some drones. At the same time, yo, Oreo's not done. He's poking back in. Biles do connect, but not on the lurker. The lurker is able to reposition once again. GogojOey on top of his lurker micro. But he's taking a lot of losses. Like, honestly, Oreo is trading very well here. Again, all he's doing is he's trading, he's keeping GogojOey at home, and he's buying time. He's buying time for his own lurker den, for his own hive. This is all on the way. The problem is that because GogojOey got here first, he has the advantage with upgrades. +3 is on the way. Range for lurkers is done. And this is not disastrous, but like it's gonna be a challenge that Oreo has to overcome here. Again, just keep GogojOey busy until he can get his own upgrades. Right now, he's just testing the waters, you know, just kind of dealing with these rocks, keeping at least the creep thread at bay. Oreo's creep thread has been, you know, left alone this entire time, going halfway across the map. He's even taking a 5th base because why the hell not? Like, these are the advantages that Oreo has to, you know, take advantage of, right? As Oreo has map control, so take more bases, expand. The hive was a little bit sooner, so Vipers are coming out. GogojOey, a little bit surprising. He didn't get any Vipers of his own. And Vipers can definitely change everything here. God, as the Roach Hydra is looking to come in. Again, a lot of Hydras here, not any Ravagers for GogojOey. Safari, Oreo trading well. Vipers are out, slowly sucking on that gas geyser. Oh god, but GogojOey does reposition and he actually catches a lot of Oreo's army. Takes a lot of splash damage there from those lurkers. Okay, he's able to just barely push GogojOey back. We do have more reinforcements coming in. Hydra's coming in here for Oreo, but GogojOey, he's pushed him all the way back to his 4th base. And Oreo, he still doesn't have any lurkers. To be fair, okay, the Vipers are going to be coming in, and the Viper control is going to be key here. And in the end, Oreo, he decides to evacuate. I mean, completely understandable. Waiting for his Hydras to come out. Ooh, nice yoinks on the lurkers. 2 lurkers go down. Oh my god. Blinding Cloud as well. Only a couple more lurkers remaining. Beautiful yoinks. Only 3 more behind this. Oh my god, but can he even fight with the straight up Roach Hydra? Oh god, he's being pushed all the way back. He has enough energy, I think, for one more Blinding Cloud. Just barely. He needs more energy. He does yoink another lurker, but I just don't think he has enough DPS. Oh god, the sheer number of Roach Hydras, too much. GogojOey takes game 1. And honestly, I think Oreo, he did transition well there from that Spire, but again, that Spire was kind of wasted resources, you know, it didn't really get him much. He was able to kill a couple of Overlords and get map control with it, sure, but I'm sure he wanted more with that, and he had to slowly catch up to the lurkers of GogojOey. Oh, meanwhile, we're getting a couple of updates here. Oh my. Again, very stacked bracket, and there are going to be a lot of pretty sick round 2 matches. That's when all the heavy hitters are going to be hitting each other, right? We're potentially going to see Pez versus Beastork, Ranger versus Demi, the winner of this series versus Azure. Oh boy. Where is Starduck? Yes. Starduck is asleep, Ranger. He's asleep. Feels bad, man. There you go. Australia, Hong Kong. Letting them know. Oh. So we are diving into Lightshade LE. Gonna be map number 2. And after this game, I'm gonna be joined by my lovely caster. My lovely co-caster. It's only one more. Uno mas. Right? Here we go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Blue Zerg player, hailing from the land of Hong Kong, currently up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. It is GogojOey. And spawning in, oh my, oh god, the bottom right hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Australian Zerg player. He's red, he's representing the Cranky Ducklings, currently getting 12 pulled. It is Oreo. So I'm really curious as to what kind of 12 pool this is going to be. More often than not, Micah does go for this weird 12 pool where he prioritizes queens, but that's on specific maps like Jagannatha, where there are speed zones that come into play. And so this does make a lot of sense. We are on Lightshade. Lightshade is one of the smallest maps, has one of the shortest rush distances in the map pool, so GogojOey looking to be pretty aggressive here. Oreo does go for a hatch first. I imagine hatch gas pool, which isn't the worst thing. Like, you can still defend against 12 pool with this opening. Your reaction just has to be on point. You know, your drone micro has to be on point. You can't lose too many workers, otherwise your opponent gets well ahead. So I have faith, but I'm also a little bit worried. A lot of this is also going to come down to when Oreo spots this. So he does have an overlord out on the map, and he will see these lings. And with these things, he now knows, it's a 12 pool. Okay. We'll see how he responds here. He should be selecting his workers. He should be ready to just dive in and defend his base. What's interesting is that it's only 4 lings. There isn't like a big commitment to lings here. And yeah, the queens are prioritized. Interesting, huh? God, oh god. One drone already goes down though. Ay. Have to be on point with this drone drilling. Meanwhile, GogojOey knows that the whole position micro. Oh my god, he gets another drone. Oh god, 2 drones already. Oreo, please. Okay, his own lings do come out and he is able to push this away. And with that, GogojOey, he takes the worker lead. Just barely, just barely. But yeah, very interesting because, again, this is very Micah-esque, where we have a 3rd queen now coming out. Like, again, a big commitment into queens. Obviously, you do need a lot of queens in this scenario just because your gas is delayed, so you're not going to have ling speed anytime soon. So you have to have something to defend against speedlings from your opponents. And I imagine GogojOey is going to go straight into roaches from here. Ooh, I love this response, though. Never mind. I don't know if you saw, but for a moment there, as you saw, the Baneless was on the way for Oreo, and I was like, yo, is Oreo gonna go for a Ling Bane bust? And I'm like, let's go. And I feel like that would work very well. GogojOey, he's gonna rely on queens to defend, and he's just gonna drone up. But unfortunately, Oreo did cancel that Baneless. GogojOey was just rechecking it, confirms that the Baneless is not there. And Oreo should see the queens. Yeah, he sees all 3 queens. He sees GogojOey just walling off. And Oreo's decided to play this a little bit more standard. We have a 3rd on the way. We have an Evo chamber. We'll keep an eye on this Evo chamber to see if +1 range gets researched or if +1 melee gets researched instead. Is he going to try and go for mutas again? Ooh, Carapace. Interesting. Carapace a more middle of the road sort of upgrade. You know, it helps out lings, it helps out roaches. And the rest of the gases are being taken as well. Only 3 gases so far though. Again, we're not seeing a lair anytime soon. I'm just a little bit concerned for Oreo though. That's the thing, because you know what? Okay, so he checks, he sees no upgrades, right? He sees a wall, but that's kind of it. Lair is on the way. There we go. +1 range gets started. Is this just for show? We do have all 4 gases. If GogojOey wanted to, he could go 2 base Spire. Oh boy, and with 3 queens and plenty of energy, like GogojOey, the wall is going to be a wall. I didn't see a scenario where Oreo is able to break through and get in. We do see roaches on the way. Okay. It does seem like this will just be 4 roaches. And we'll see once it finishes up. Meanwhile, the Lings, they try and dive on a queen, but again, there's plenty of energy. Hey, we can just transfuse for days. And we see a massive wave of Lings coming out from Oreo. I mean, this is going to be lined up very nicely with Carapace, as Carapace is going to kick in by the time the Lings get across the map. Meanwhile, it is a Spire coming out from GogojOey. He is still committing, or still investing in his Roaches. Again, this is just like what Oreo did last game, where he's probably going to get, what, 5 or 6 mutas go across the map, and then if it doesn't get scouted, then he can just continue to invest. Meanwhile, the Lings are coming across the map. Oh my god, he's not stopping the Ling production. Oreo, he's just making nothing but Lings right now. Can he get in? Oh, the wall is a wall. And there are plenty of Roaches as well. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, if this was +1 melee, then maybe, but with +1 Carapace, and the positioning from GogojOey, Oreo just can't find a way in. And this is a massive investment into Lings. To be fair, he's forcing GogojOey to make a lot of Roaches as a response, and he doesn't commit. Oreo going for his own Spire. Let's go! Muta versus Muta. Because why not? Meanwhile, here come the mutas of GogojOey. They are on the way. Unfortunately, Oreo, he hasn't scouted this at all. He has no idea that the mutas are on the way. And the Lings are just trying to find something, but they just haven't paid for themselves at all. Oh god. Meanwhile, I mean, Oreo is working on his massive switch into Roaches. His upgrades are going to finish up. What I'm concerned about is where's the anti-air? There's 3 queens, and that is it. The mutas have been revealed. Lings flood in. Yo, can he get the 3rd base? That would actually be pretty huge. Oh, but at the same time, the Roaches of GogojOey are going across the map. The Lings are not here. The Lings need to be here to help defend. Or do they? The Roaches of Oreo may just barely be enough, as the Lings do take out the base, and they're going to come back home. Oreo with the reinforcements is able to push away the Roaches, but now the mutas come in. Oreo did a very good job. He defended and he killed the 3rd base, and these queens so far haven't gone into a mineral line, despite there being literally nothing here. So GogojOey really misreading the situation here, just going for overlords, and Oreo's feeling kind of lucky right now. Oh my god, did every single queen die for Oreo? Okay, no, never mind. There's 2 queens. There's 2 queens. God. But yeah, so far so good. Mutas finally come in, but the Spore just finished. On top of that, we have Corruptors to help push away these mutas. And Oreo is looking pretty good right now. I say pretty good just because eventually Oreo will fall behind in the upgrades. 2-1 is on the way for GogojOey, and Oreo is just going to have 1-1. So the Roaches are going to be a little bit more terrifying for GogojOey. GogojOey has the bigger army supply right now. Thankfully though, for Oreo, it looks like GogojOey wants to stay at home. He's kind of chilling at the moment. I mean, it's understandable, he just lost a 3rd. He wants to make sure he keeps that 3rd, and now he's pushing out. At the same time, Oreo can come in. Oh, GogojOey knows. He does rotate around, and oh god, the Lings still slip in though, and a couple of workers may be picked up. No, never mind, they do not. And the Lings do not slip into the main. They almost did, but Oreo didn't commit there. And what this did do was, it did delay the push a little bit, but this push is going to hit hard. As I was saying, 2-1 is done for GogojOey. He has queens, he has transfuse. Oreo, he has Roaches, but he doesn't have Ravagers. He doesn't have any queens of his own. He only has injecting queens. He's taking another base. Did he not? Does he? Oh god, he doesn't really know that the army's coming his way. Corruptors find the mutas. Nice win here. But again, he has no idea. Like, oh god, the army's coming in. It's up the ramp already. If he goes for the 4th, that's great, but instead he's going for the kill. He's going for the natural. The Roach Warren, no! Oh god! And now Oreo out of position, pushing up a ramp. The Roach Warren goes down. No more Roaches here for Oreo. This completely caught him off guard, and now GogojOey, he's in such a good position. On top of that, we do have the transfuses going down. The only thing that Oreo can make here to defend are Lings. The Evo chamber goes down as well. +2 is denied. And yeah, I don't see how Oreo deals with this. Again, unfortunately, he didn't have any spotter Lings or spotter overlords or anything. To be fair, there were mutas because of that, and GG gets called. GogojOey takes the series 2-0. Ah. Ay, ay, ay. GG, well played. Oreo put up a very good fight. He put up a very good fight, but unfortunately, he couldn't take down GogojOey, and GogojOey will move on to face his next opponent. But as he moves on to face his next opponent, I will also be joined by the lovely, the... That's a nice way to say old. The wise.
I was going, oh, I'm lovely. Oh, I'm lovely. And then you went, oh, old. He's old. He's old and decrepit.
He's a little moldy. He's a little...
I have an ointment for that.
What's up, Steel Mold? What's up?
How's it going? I'm assuming, I don't know what the score is, because I'm behind on everything. But 2 minutes ago, it seemed like GogojOey was winning.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was the score.
That is the score. Unfortunately, I was just saying that Oreo played well. He played very well there, but it's rough going up against GogojOey in the first round, you know.